So if you're looking for something savoury and delicious for dinner, look no further than SRP's salmon and cream cheese risotto dish. So we have all the ingredients laid out before us here. It's a very short list and a very easy to make dish, which will serve 2 to 3. First ingredient here, 500 grams of arborio risotto rice. We'll flavour that with some chicken stock. From the herb garden we have some fresh chives here. That'll be complemented beautifully with some fresh rosemary here. For vegetables, we'll be using a large handful of peas there. For the cream cheese, utilise 165 grams of Philadelphia there. It's important that you use a high quality smoked salmon for this dish. We have a rich and intense Scottish variety here, seasoned lightly with some lemon there. Around 100 grams you'll need. And with any Mediterranean cooking, usually on the side, I prepare a type of garlic bread. This is sourdough bread, and that'll bake nicely in the oven. So before we begin prepping, let me pour myself a liquid refreshment. I'm opting for a Birra Moretti tonight. A beautiful crisp beer. Okay, there's the birra. So let's begin prepping our dish. Okay, so prepping doesn't take too long with this dish. First of all, I've introduced the stock cube into 900 millilitres of hot water. So once the stock cube's at the bottom, just give it a mix there. Just break it down. And we'll use that to cook the risotto very shortly. Okay, let's get the herbs prepared. Okay, first I'm going to start with the chives to make life simple. First, take the ends off. This is freshly washed. And split it in half. Approximately half again. And then bunch it up. And just slice like so. Finger placement like this to avoid any accidents. And now for the rosemary, just pluck off a few leaves Again, this has been freshly washed. Watch out for any flying rosemary around your kitchen. Now with the rosemary, just bring it all together again, and you want to slice this very finely, like so. That's going to add some lovely flavour to your salmon risotto dish. It's going to release its flavours. Once in with the risotto. One final thing to prep. That's going to be the salmon. So bring it out of the casing. Okay, here's your salmon. So all you want to do is bring it into very fine strips. Don't worry about the extra layers on top of one another. They'll break up once with the risotto and given a stir. Again, one slice that way, slice the opposite way. I like my salmon very small pieces, but plentiful. Okay, that's all the prepping. Let's start now with the cooking. Okay, so we've just placed the garlic bread into the oven, nicely foiled up. We're now going to start with the risotto. So first bring your 500 grams of risotto into your dish on a medium heat. I'm going to introduce a drizzle of olive oil here. Give it a mix. Okay, and then we're going to introduce our warm stock. Okay, just one final mix, and essentially you're now going to let the risotto absorb the water, and then when we're about halfway with absorption, we'll include the peas for cooking. Now about half the water has been absorbed by the risotto rice. I've turned the heat down very low. I'm going to add the peas, which have started to thaw out. And once the peas are in, give it a very gentle mix. As I say, we're on very low heat now. Just let the remainder of the risotto cook as is, and then we'll be looking to add the final ingredients. So excellent work if you've come this far. This is the area you want to be at in terms of the risotto, ready for the final stages. Now first I'm going to add the cream cheese. Okay, so I'm going to use all 165 grams there. Okay, now you're going to want to mix this very lightly. It's going to take a few seconds to melt. Mix with the risotto. So just do like so. Spread it around. Let the heat get to it. And just bring it all together as one concoction. Slow and steady does it with this one. Okay, now turn off the heat completely. We're going to add the salmon next, all in. Beautiful Scottish smoked salmon. Bring the herbs into play. I'm going to use all the chives. Obviously you can leave out or substitute any particular herbs. Just a sprinkle of rosemary to your desired level. And one final mix. Okay, it's now time to serve your salmon risotto. Again, fresh from the oven, I have your garlic bread.